why don't I have Darrell come on and share with you? Because I would love, because these steps I just shared with you, Darrell has been applying them in his business since January. And so I want him to share with you what he has done. And Darrell, I'm looking for you.
I'm super excited. I was fired up. Last month was a good month. But a little bit about myself, guys. I'm Darrell Hannah. Appreciate you guys for being here. So a little bit about my story. Guys, I used to work as a welder for 14 years of the job. I was a 3-time employee of the month. Rarely ever missed. Worked every Friday, 6, 7 days a week. The typical, 9 to 5 job as far as like no life. Every weekend, missing out on birthdays, holidays, missing out on my wife's anniversaries, had to work on those days, still living paycheck to paycheck, still broke, still behind on all my bills, payday loans. I can go on, just miserable. My marriage was actually on the rocks because of me working. And of course I was looking for another way, but until you find something else, you have to continue to deal with that type of job and how the supervisors talk to you and treat you like crap, which we all know how that is at jobs. And so one day on a Tuesday, I come in like a traditional Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And well, at 6 o'clock, I had been there about 2 hours, but I come in and I get called to the office. Make a long story short, guys, me and 7 people, our department was going away. And so you figure if a guy who's been 3-time employee of the year, a guy who's worked 14 years of the job, there's people in other department who've been there from temporaries to 6 months to 2 or 3 years, you figure that I would have some type of seniority, but I didn't. And so what ended up happening, me and those 7 people end up an hour after I got called to the office, we got fired. All 7 of us got let go. And so here I am in the parking lot in my car, like just trying to process everything because I done gave a job 14 years. I done almost got divorced because of it, missed out on my 6 or 7 years straight of my school with my daughter. Didn't get to attend rarely any of my son's sporting events from baseball to football because I allowed that job not only to control everything that I've had, but control my income. I didn't have no plan B. I didn't have any money put aside because they didn't give me any reason to think that I was going to get fired, And so after sitting in the car, just crying my brains out, just trying to gather everything. Not only did I put myself in a position where actually I was homeless for a couple of months because of that, if I'm being honest. I was homeless for a couple of months. But the big thing is this, guys. I told myself, it hit me that jobs, whether you full-time, been there 40 years or whatever, you're just a number. You're just a number at any time. They can come in and change and do whatever they want. And they're already going to know they're going to get rid of you before you even start, before they even do it. So I told myself I never wanted to work for another job. I wasn't going to give another job or anybody the opportunity to come in there and just snap their fingers and take away everything the only income I had to provide for my family. So I knew people were making money online, right? I just didn't know nothing about it. I was like a lot of other people. You always think, if you don't, until your mind get right, you just think the only way you can make money is if you go work for, punch a clock and trade your time for money. That's just, we're only designed one way, and that's the way. And I was just like everybody else. So, but I went online. I went online, and make a long story short, I did a couple of things: MLM, recruiting, building teams, spamming my links to everybody. The worst of the worst. And then I came across digital marketing. And then on January the 13th of this year, someone actually introduced me to this community. And so they were talking about this program, and then I joined on January the 15th, right? So January the 15th, I come in. One of the best things that I love was the community, guys. I'm used to being a part of Facebook groups. The community was just so lit. Everybody was supportive. They was welcoming. People were making money more than others. They were still congratulating. The training was immaculate. There were other people who were just making I'm almost numbers that you only dreamed of, right? So I just came in, I plugged into the training. The training was top tier training. I plugged in. And so I started on the 15th. My first 2 weeks, so end of the month, I made about $5,000, which is still more than me working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for a whole month as a welder. And I was like, okay, so I'm definitely on to something. So what I done, I just kind of turned up my intensity. I started really watching a lot of people, really studying the 2-hour workday, really creating my content and just getting locked in. So for February, I made about 7,000. And so for March, I had my big breakthrough month because I really went all in. I really went all in. So for the month of March, I ended up making like 37,000 for the month of March. And so this, and then for April was another good month. I think Michelle just posted it, I was at what, 33,000. I end up at $36,100 for the month of March. I mean, for the month of April. Guys, look here. I joined this business on January the 15th. It is May the 1st. So January, February, March, April. I don't even know if that's 4 full months. I'm at $87,000 since January the 15th. I can't even tell you. It's almost surreal if I'm being honest. Like sometime I wake up, I'm at $2,500 just today. And I have been out shopping. I have been out doing exactly whatever I want to do, just enjoying myself because of the automated system that we give you guys for free when you get over here. It's just plug and play. This is by far the best. There's just no other business out there that even comes close to this. But the key thing, guys, is what you're going to learn. Like everything is so meticulously put together. It's so structured. A 2-hour workday. You're going to learn how to market. You're going to learn how to create content. You're going to learn how to build an email list. You don't have to have a following. These are things that you're going to need if you're trying to come into the online space. You just can't come in here and come online and start posting and people pull out their cars. But so you're going to get the training that you're going to need. And it's almost going to be, and of course, it's like Michelle said, the goal is 20 people, right? Just today, I was actually checking today. Before I got on, I've had like 360 people just today come through my funnel. I mean, just unheard of, and that's why I'm able to, and that's based on my marketing that I've learned in this program, the 2-hour workday that I'm utilizing, and of course the content that I've learned how to create with the training that I've acquired inside of this program. Guys, this is what has allowed me to make daily pay. I am now typically my day is completely over by 12. And sometimes I'll go beyond that. But like the fact that now on a day like Wednesday, I would typically, it's 7:24 down here in Tennessee. I would typically just be getting home right now, broken, wore out, stressed, still broke, still looking to pay my bills. Now I don't even have to worry about anything. All my bills are practically paid for the whole year, if I'm being honest. All thanks to this business. So I just want to say this, guys. Listen, we do all this around a 2-hour workday. If you can come in, if you can just get locked in, if you can be coachable, if you can commit to 2 hours a day, if you can stay consistent, guys, it's going to be hard for you not to be successful because you got a free system that's going to run your business for you practically 24 hours a day. I have made almost $3,000 a day, and it's just been a day of shopping and 75-degree sunshine down here in Tennessee. So again, guys, if you're here, whoever invited you here, obviously, they're on your side. They want you to, be able to quit that job. If you're looking to quit that job, guys, 10K in 30 days, I'm telling you, with these, what you're gonna learn over here, it's not hard to accomplish. There's people making $10,000 in 3 days, a week, so $10,000 in a month with the free system, and all you gotta do is create a couple pieces of content. Guys, I'm telling you, it's life-changing income. It's a life-changing opportunity. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off. And this has stuck with me ever since this guy told me this. I had a mentor back in 2018, and he told me, he said, Darrell, you have to stop being poor. And I didn't know. I thought he was talking about the situation I was in because I was in bad shape in 2018. He said, no, you have to stop. He said, you have to stop passing over opportunities repeatedly. And that's what I was doing. I was passing over opportunities repeatedly. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was broke. I was behind on all my bills. I saw people in opportunities that I knew they were legit. They were making money. They were real. But I was just kept passing them up because I don't know what it was. And once that switch changed over, guys, that's when I realized that, you know what? If that person can do it, I can do it. As long as I'm getting the training, I can do it, guys. And this is what you're going to get. You're learning from one of who I think is the best in the industry. And on top of that, guys, there's other people inside the community, other 6-figure earners, people who made 7 figures. This is free training. 7-figure earners do not give free training in the online space. That can cost you thousands of dollars. So, guys, again, the community is supportive. Everything that you need, 24/7 support, everything for you to make 10K, guys, in 31 days and beyond is right here, guys. You're going to experience it. She's talking about it. And I just encourage you guys not to be poor and don't pass up on this opportunity. I'm talking about this is like literally life-changing can be for you in the next 30 days. Appreciate you, Michelle.
Awesome. Thank you. And congratulations on your
Thank
amazing
you.
month. And it looks like probably next week you're going to hit 100K.
I'm shooting for it.
So awesome. I love that. Man, so good. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Now look at this, you guys, and we're going to have Jimmy talk. I'm so excited to have my buddy Jimmy talk. And Jimmy, he posted this 5 days ago, and that was his third $900 ding for that day. And 5 days ago, he had a total of have made $32,000 for the month of April. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find Jimmy here in the community. And I'm going to have him share with you guys. He's never shared before. So let's give Jimmy some love. This is going to be awesome.
All righty. Can you hear me now? It's good to see all y'all. You're looking awesome tonight as usual. But anyway, hey, folks, I've got to tell y'all something. This is a mind-blowing experience for Jim. I'm just no hillbilly. There's not much to me. I'm just a good old boy. But guess what? I'm coachable. I am very coachable. And I know a good deal when I see it. And I'm telling you, the amount of money I invested in myself in this program, if I knew when I first started what I know now, man, I would give them way more than what I gave. It's mind-boggling. Like she was saying, I'm in the 30-something thousand for April. Mind-blowing. And my goal was $10,000. That was my goal. Well, I hit 10. I said, well, heck, I'm just going to jump it up to 20. And now next thing you know, I hit 20 and I said, what the crap is going on here? I said, heck, I'm going for 30. Bingo, 30. And I'm telling you, folks, we're not here to sell you anything, but we're here to show you what you can do with your life with this program. You just don't understand. Because I'm going to tell you, all of this digital part of it, all of the training that you see on your screen, and then you throw in a bunch of live interactive training that, my gosh, it just goes on and on and on. And if you don't pick up on this, it's just because you're not paying attention. The program works. It's infallible. It will work every time. We're proving it. Darrell, living testimony. I got the privilege to talk to Darrell on the phone today. I tell you what, that guy right there, he's just like the rest of the community. He is just a good, ethical, decent person that was a normal, average person, just like most of y'all listening to us right now. And he took a hold of the reins and he took care of the situation that he had in front of him. And you've got the opportunity to do it for yourself. And that's what we want you to do. I don't care who brought you in here, get back with them and get that life changed. And if you think it's hard, digital marketing, those two words scared me to death. I said, what? I didn't know what I said, well, look. I had a furniture store working myself to death. Too much work. No, this stuff is heavy. And so I turned that over to my daughter and son-in-law. And I said, now, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to depend on some little Social Security check or anything like that to survive on. There's no guarantee those will be around ever. A flip of a vote and it's gone. So what I wanted was something for now, something for later. But get this, I had no idea the now would be that good. And the reason it is because of this program right here. And if you think you can't do it, get out of your head. And another thing, if you're broke, that's not a choice right now. But if you stay broke, that's a choice. You can dig down in there. And if you want to change your life like Darrell, me, all of us, Tim, Michelle, Michelle, look at her story. Unbelievable. She's just a phenomenal person. And what is she doing? She's sharing this knowledge with us, and we get to sit here and listen. I bombard her lives nearly every day because I love to hear her story. I learn something from her every single day. And that's why I go, not just to learn, but I want to pick up value. I want to be able to tell you people what you can do. And don't ever underestimate yourself. Because I'm telling you, I have amazed myself on many times, and it's all because of this. I'm serious. You know, you guys, I don't. If you're on the fence, get off of that thing. It's time to go. I mean, you're getting in on the ground floor of the best thing that's happened to online businesses in decades. And I've looked at all the other programs. Believe me, I looked for a year before I landed here. And the reason I stopped here was tech friendly, no monthly expenses, and the price was, gosh, compared to the other ones, this is nothing. And then the main ingredient, this community. You'll never look around wondering, what do I do next? You don't have to worry about that. So much support, so much. You've got every tool that you need to do what Darrell's doing, what I'm doing, even what Michelle's doing. You will have all of those tools. But let me tell you the secret. If you've got a ditch to dig, the shovel's laying there. If you don't pick that shovel up, the ditch is not going to get dug. So grab a hole, make yourself happy. You deserve it. Don't short yourself. Just get in here with us. And I mean, hey, this is the first time in a long time that I can say I have a job that I dearly love and I have fun. These people are fun. Go Cowboys, Michelle. You know what I'm saying? And we can't forget
I
about
was
the
waiting
Hogs.
for that. There you
But
go.
you know, sorry, Tim, if you're on here, no offense, man. But anyway, go Cowboys and go you. Do not sell yourself short. You deserve everything that we are getting. And you've got the same opportunity that we had. And there's nothing stopping you but you. So just get with whoever brought you in here, say, hey, let's go, you know, and change your life. It's not undoable by any stretch of the imagination. And just like all of you, all of these people in the community, we're not working against each other. We're working together. And man, together we are unstoppable. So join the family. Come on and be with us. I mean, you deserve it. And I'll just shut up now. I didn't mean to put anybody to sleep, but thank y'all for having me. And Darrell, thanks for the conversation today, my man. I appreciate you. I know where Darrell's hometown is. I've been there. I mean, what the heck? But anyway, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate this program. I really do. I appreciate it to no end. It's just, it's almost, I mean, you know, that's so too good to be true. I hear it all the time. Y'all know that's too good to be true. Hey, buckle up, Buttercup, because it's true. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So just grab a hold and come join us. We will adopt you into our family in a heartbeat, you know. So anyway, thank y'all.
Oh, absolutely. You are the best. Thank you so much for sharing. I absolutely love your story, Jim. We were ready for a change. We weren't going to accept anything short of changing our life. So Victoria, I'm going to let you take it away. And congratulations, Victoria, on an incredible April you had.
Oh my goodness, what an April it was. And what a start to May already. I'm at 62. I might be at 6,600 actually for the day for May. So I am pumped up. So for those of you, like Michelle said, my name is Victoria. I am a busy boy mama. I have 3 little boys. 2 of them are special needs. 1 is autistic. And I'm an Army wife. My husband is active duty. And so he was away when I started this, and he actually just got back last week. And get this, you guys, and this is, I don't just want to sit here and throw numbers at you, but just to kind of give you an idea, when he got back last week, we were so unplugged. I mean, we went strawberry picking. We had daily bike rides with the kids. I mean, just a lot of being present. We were doing puzzles. We were doing Legos. We were doing Play-Doh, you know, all the kids things. And I still made $20,000 that week while we were unplugged. Okay. And so a little bit of my backstory, if you saw my resume before, I've done everything under the sun. I've waited tables. I've worked in retail. I've worked in education. I've worked in real estate, like you name it. And I've probably done it to some extent. But once I started having kids, I really wanted to find a way where I could stay home, work less, and make more. Okay. So tell me in the comments, who has tried an MLM? Just say me. This is not an MLM. I always need to say that. But just tell me if you've ever tried one, and then tell me how it made you feel. Now, I want you to understand, I'm not the kind of person that is going to bash MLM, because I did that for 7 years and I think it's a brilliant business model. It truly is. However, for what I wanted out of it personally, the time freedom that I wanted personally, I was so burnt out. So I actually did the math on this, and oh my gosh, I can't remember, because the last math that I had for this was, oh, now I can't, I'm going so squirrel brain, but I was slinging mascara, making $7 on a mascara, and I believe my math is correct. I would have had to get 125 customers in order to make $900. That might be wrong. That might be off. I don't know. 125 customers. That means I was looking for them. I was cold messaging. I was doing parties. I was doing the follow-up. You know, I had people that were unfriending me left and right because they were like, I don't want anything to do with this, right? And then I was constantly having to grow a team so that we could make a little more, because that is multi-level marketing. And I want to address this because I've seen people mentioning this before. In a pyramid, you have somebody at the top that's making bank off of everybody below them. Okay. It's multiple levels for a reason. And so then you have an upline and you have a downline. With this, it is 100% you. That's it. You are the CEO of your own business. You are making 100% profit. You cannot make 100% profit in an MLM. Okay. But I did that for 7 years because I thought, you know, this is the way I need to make an income and stay home with my kids. Well, get this. Like I said, my face was glued to my phone doing this, and I was maybe making a couple thousand a month. Okay. And then it got to a point where I was just so burnt out. I said, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to start my own online boutique, right? Because then I'll be able to make 100% profit. Tell me in the comments who has ever started their own business. Just say me if you have ever started a business, because if so, you know the amount of money and time that goes into something like that. Okay. So I went 30 grand into debt to start my own boutique, and I still have inventory upstairs that I can't even sell. All right. And I did that though, because I'm like, okay, this is mine. I'm the CEO. I'm going to make 100% profit. And so I was making $20 selling a shirt. So I went from making $7 from someone's company to $20 on my company. And then it got to a point where my income, oh, sorry, it just went to 20% battery. My income went from like $1,200 a month to nothing. I hadn't made a sale for 6 weeks. And in my head, I was just convinced, oh, people just don't want to buy from me anymore. Like, and I couldn't find more customers and whatever. And you guys know when it rains, it pours, right? Tell me in the comments who is currently living paycheck to paycheck, because 61 or 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't ever want you to be somebody that uses that as an excuse for not taking action to change it. Okay. That's why I always want to say, I want to be your hype girl, because I want you to understand you don't have to stay there. I say this all the time. It's not a decision to be broke, but it is a decision to stay there. Okay. So when I was broke and we hadn't made anything on my online boutique, I had seen my friend make 40 grand in 2 months talking about this digital marketing thing. You better believe I was the girl that was first in line to be like, it's another one of those things. It's got to be a scam, because typically something that sounds too good to be true is. We're taught this as kids. We are conditioned to believe that you have to go to college, you have to get a good degree, and that's how you'll get a good paying 9-to-5 job, right? You don't need to like your job. You just need to get a good paying job. And then when you're not making enough there, go get a second job and work overtime and our economy sucks. So then like go work more and more and more. That's what we're told. So when you hear somebody tell you you can literally work less and make more, like we can't process it, right? That was me. I was like, there's no freaking way. But this was a Hail Mary for me. We needed to pay for a new transmission, new tires, and doing all of this while my husband's gone with my 3 kids, right? And so this was a Hail Mary. I had to watch a friend's kids and I had to go and clean somebody's house so that I could get the funds to start this. And so when I went all in on this, I'm like, if I can make $1,200 a month, I'm going to break even. I made $29,000 my first month. Okay. And I want you to understand, I know when you hear numbers like this, it's hard for you to fathom if you're currently living paycheck to paycheck. I want you to understand everybody who is talking about these numbers, they were in the same position when they started. They needed a way out too. They needed a change. They needed something that would benefit them, like, and create a better life for their families, right? So we all started at the same spot, y'all. We did. And so in 5 months and 8 days, I hit my first 6 figures. And now 9 months in, I'm actually over $260,000 right now. April alone, like Michelle said, was almost 90K. My husband just got home. We got orders. We're moving only about an hour and a half away. And get this, we went down yesterday, found a house, and we put an offer in, got it accepted, brand new construction, and we might be paying cash. Like as of right now, we're putting down 50%, but we're not closing for another couple months. And so we're like, like how crazy would it be to put cash down for a house in this economy? That is what we are talking about here. You guys, these are not just big dreams. I want you to understand this is happening for so many people. It is not so far out of reach for you. It's not. And it starts with deciding no more. Today is the day, and doing whatever you have to do to take massive action. Okay. So I want you to hear this when Michelle is explaining like what all of this is, what the programs are, because I want you to understand this has been the biggest dang blessing in my life. And I know it sounds so cliche, the whole, I wish I would have started sooner, but my gosh, I wish I would have started sooner because it has changed everything for us. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh my gosh, congratulations on your house. How exciting.
We were just talking about it today. We're like, we might be able to pay cash. Like,
Yes.
just crazy.
It's awesome. Oh, love it. Thank you so much. And this is your 100K month. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I absolutely love it. So you guys, you can see she is an everyday mom, just like you, right? Mom, dads, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. That's what I love this. We don't have any like flashy background. We just had the desire to change our family's life. Amie, you guys, had 2 jobs. She is definitely the billboard of, you guys, you can do this around your crazy life, your crazy schedule. So I'm going to have Amie come on and share with you what she did to be going from working 70+ hours to be able to go down and be able to quit both of her jobs, you guys. So I'm going to have her come and share with you exactly what she did. Then I'm going to come back and share with you and tie it all together for you. Okay. So Amie, I'll let you take it away.
All right. Welcome, everybody. First and foremost, I want to say today I am officially, it's my 1-year anniversary with this community. I've been doing this for 1 year. And yes, this is life-changing, even if you have no clue what it is, because I didn't either. If you have no clue about social media, marketing, any of it, that's okay. I didn't either. What I also want to know from you, I want to talk to those of you that are burned out, sick and tired of always struggling, and just want your time back. How many of you that are here tonight are just burned out? Put a yes in the comments if you're burned out and sick and tired of busting your butt for somebody else and never getting your dreams accomplished. Yes, yes, right? That's exactly where I was a year ago. I was fed up. I was disappointed where I was in life. I was divorced. I was a single mom at the time. Still am, but I just wanted my time back. And I was sick of struggling building somebody else's dreams. And when I came across this, the funny thing is, you guys, I hadn't even been on social media. My daughter created this TikTok for me. That's how I came across Michelle. I had to Google what digital marketing was. I had no clue. I didn't even know what the plus sign was on the TikTok. I knew nothing, but that was my life. I was working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day for 3 years straight. I was done, burnt. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I knew that what I was doing wasn't working and something had to change. If it didn't, at 50 years old, I was going to be miserable for whatever time I was blessed with. And I wanted to have my relationship back with my kids. I was losing that relationship because it was work, work, work. And I know many of you are the same way, because that's how we were raised. If one job ain't enough, get another one. And now you're exchanging time for dollars. So I put my foot down and I jumped into this not knowing anything because I wanted to invest in me. I wanted something different. I was coachable. I was consistent and I was committed to the process. Every single day I showed up. 20 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes on my lunch break, another 30 minutes in between those 2 jobs, literally 18 hours a day between 2 jobs. I'm not kidding you. I did this not knowing anything. I had all the cards stacked against me, but I wanted something more. I wanted something better for me and my kids. By 10 weeks into this, I had not only learned, but I had earned so much that I was able to not quit one of those jobs, but I quit both of those jobs by plugging in for 2 hours every single day throughout my day. And I can tell you right now, my friend, I felt like an elephant had been lifted off of my chest and I was a brand new person. By 12 weeks in, I was now a stay-at-home mom for the first time ever. I was running an online business from home. Are you kidding me? Like, I didn't even know how to do TikTok just a few months ago. You know, by 9 months in, you guys, I hit 100 grand. Right? Oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing, but it's so easy to learn and it's so easy to follow. You got live Zooms, you got mentorship, you got daily videos that walk you through the process. And that's how I was able to learn and earn, right, at the same time. But I was able to do this in between those jobs and life, right? For April, I made over 30 grand. I mean, are you kidding me? Why? Why was I working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day when I can work 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day? Today, I've made almost 2 grand. And I've done all the things that I personally wanted to do for the day. Last week, my daughter and I jumped in my car on a Monday at 10 a.m. and we went to where she's going to college, went and looked at apartments, went shopping, did all the things that you could only dream of doing. I didn't have to look at my bank account. I knew the money was there. I've paid off in the last year every debt that I've had. I paid it over $7,300 off on my car. I have no debt. and I have 4 accounts with cash in each one of them. I've never been able to say that, ever. So please do not doubt yourself. Give yourself some credit. Invest in you. You're worth it. Your kids are worth it. Your family's worth it. Take your life back and start building your dreams. Quit building somebody else's. This is the wave of the future. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your educational level is. I told you I knew nothing. I had to Google it. It's so easy to learn. Just please, my friend, listen to what's being told to you today. Plug in. We will help you. We will all be there for you. This is a community. This is a movement to help other people quit struggling. We are a movement. We will help tens of thousands more. I hope you're one of them. I hope you are.
Yes, so good. So share with them though what happened to you when you went shopping with your daughter. Because you made more money than you spent.
I did. So this has happened quite a few times, but I took my daughter. We were gone for 3 days. I made over $2 grand each day that I was there. And I made double what I spent. And we just blew it. I mean, we blew money like it was nothing. I've never been able to do that. There's such freedom by this, you guys. There's such freedom in all of it. And I just, oh my gosh, I've booked 3 trips, paid in full. Never been able to take my kids on vacations. And I've got them all planned out, all paid for, and still have. I mean, it's just, I can't say it enough, you guys. I can't.
I love that so much.
Man,
Yeah. Life-changing it is. And I
It
love it.
is.
Happy anniversary too. I
thank
love
you. Yay. I
So-
am, by the way, 1 year in, I am well over 200 grand. I do not count, you guys. I don't look at my accounts. I'm really bad about it, but it's not all about the money for me. So I don't focus on that. I still coupon. I still cook every night. I'm still a penny pincher, but I don't look at the numbers because that's not what's most important to me. So, but I do know I am over 200 grand earned. Yeah.
I want to pass it over to Jeffrey.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Look, folks, I'm 67 years old. I have a wife, 4 kids, 12 grandchildren, 10. We found out last week, 11, and we found out later this week that our 11th great-granddaughter is a girl due in September. So I have 10 grandchildren. They're all boys except 7 girls. But what I want to tell you is you're never too old to do this. I'm 67. We have people 80, 84. We have people that are 18, 19, and everybody in between. Look quickly around the screen at everybody that's here. That shows you that anybody, I don't care what your situation is, everybody can do this successfully. We have people from all over the world, all different types of lives, all different situations, and they're still being successful. I've been a realtor. I used to say I started at 20. I actually didn't realize it. This month starts my 48th year. I actually started in real estate at 19 because this is the start. This month is my 48th year. And I made a lot of money over the years, and I made not a lot of money over the years because it does this. And I won't go into all the times I've been broke, but I can tell you I have been. And when I saw this, I had about little over 2.5 years ago, we lost an income in the family due to health reasons. I started working in a big warehouse. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you have a pretty good idea. We're talking 19 acres, 885,000 square feet, 7.5-minute walk at a brisk pace, and a pair of steel-toed boots across the concrete. I walked 13 to 16 miles in a 10-hour shift. The problem was I was an hour each way. 10 hours meant I was gone from the home 12 hours. 5 hours meant I was gone 7 hours. What happened was I saw Michelle my mentor, who popped up and said, "Hey, make this amount of money with a 2-hour day." And I went, that can't be right. She must put too many zeros on the end of that. I watched her for about a week, saw some other people, and said, man, I'm all in. The reason I did that is I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. I still found time to put a 2-hour workday with your income earning activity in the nooks and crannies of my day. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 45 minutes, an hour. You know, as realtors, sometimes we take 2-hour lunches. I didn't do that. I figured it was time well spent to do it. And you know why? The 14 hours a week that I work replaced the income of the 35 to 40-hour week second job that I had had. That didn't include gas. That didn't include the 2-hour drive to and from. That was just the 35 to 40 hours a week, plus everything else on top of that. Because of this business, I made that. I get a little emotional about this, but the one thing that I didn't know at the time that I quit my second job was right about the time that I learned that I was going to have to be a caretaker for my wife. Good Lord was watching out for me. And I can tell you, the 12 hours I was gone is over. The 7 hours that I'm gone is over. I am here for her. We have good days and we have not so good days. But you know what? It's for better or worse. And that's why this business means so much to me. Not only am I making great money, we have fantastic friends. Let me tell you this. The people, I'm what Michelle calls an OG. I've been around a while. And let me tell you, I have more people in this community ask me about my wife on a regular basis and how things are going than people I've worked with in real estate for 15 years. If they see my face, they may ask me a question. They don't. 200 people in a warehouse, multiple nights a week, 50 of those people, 10, 15 feet apart, work with. One person, after I've now been away there 5 weeks. This last Saturday was 5 weeks that I have not had to go to that job. I had one guy who I'd worked with for 2 years as my supervisor reach out and say, hey, we're still praying for your wife. How are things going? You're really missed. Out of 200 people and 50 pretty intimately that I worked with, I get more than that just from the people in this community on an ongoing basis. I tell people that this community will restore your faith in humanity because the people that are in here care. They want to celebrate you. They don't care if you're making more money than they are. They don't care that you made money more quickly than they did. Everybody celebrates everybody else and brings everybody else along. You know, I tell people there's 15,000 people plus that are standing beside you and behind you. Not one single person, because you make 100%, not one single person is standing in front of you as some of the other businesses we've talked about going, what's in it for me? I'm your upline. I'm your, sideways, whatever. Not one person. This community will absolutely change your life. The people in here, the opportunities, Michelle hasn't told you, but she is continuing to release additional training. If she released everything she has in her brain right now, it would be like trying to drink out of a fire hose. What happens is she lets us do it a little at a time. And to give you an idea, a few weeks ago, we have training in here for how to find your perfect customer. It's different for all of us. 4.8 million people on the planet that are in social media. If only 1% of those people want to make a change in their life, that's 48 million people. There's 15,000 people here. We haven't even talked to the 1%. I mean, that's the incredible part. And there's more than enough for everybody to have more than enough. That's the thing. We don't step on each other's toes because we all have different clients and customers. We all have different stories that attract people different ways. But she gives it to us bit by bit so that we can understand it, implement it, and then move on next week and learn something new. to tell you what this woman stands for, we went in to do a Find Your Perfect Customer. It's supposed to be 2 hours. She was there for 5 hours. 5 hours, not making a dime from anything she's doing because it's part of the community. Yes, she was still making money in her business because she is still involved in her business. But she sat there for 5 hours to make sure that everybody that was on that call got their questions answered and understood what they needed to do. That tells you everything you need to know right there. So I always tell people, do yourself a favor, get back with the person that sent you here, get with them and get off the fence, for God's sakes. You know, if you've been scrolling for 6 weeks or 6 months, how much money have you made? Probably none. Get off the fence, go back. It doesn't take anything at all to be able to get the free information and look at it. What if you spend 2 or 3 minutes and decide it's not for you? You unsubscribe, move on down the road. But what if it's exactly what you've been praying for? What if it's exactly what you've been wishing for and hoping for? What if it's that? And you didn't take the time to look. God bless. You all stay safe. Have a great evening. And thank you for being on here tonight.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jeffrey. Love it. Love it. And I love the fact that you're home now. So good. So good. Life-changing. That's what it's about. Money is just the byproduct to get us to the places and the people that we need to be at and with. So absolutely love that.